and a buck, we can run a trot line, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. I had a good friend in New York City. He never called me by my name, just Hillbilly. My grandpa taught me how to live off the land, and his taught him to be a businessman. He used to send me pictures of the Broadway nights, and I'd send him some homemade wine.
Hey guys, thanks for taking a look at our website. Hopefully all the drop-down menus answered all your questions. We wanted to make up a little video here just so you get to know me a little bit. Some people call me the BuckSlayer. I've been fortunate over my life. Shot a lot of nice big deer up here in Maine. It's where I've raised and brought up. Been a master guide since 1989. Raised a family. My kids are up and gone now, and I've decided to start this hunting club, this lease on this 2,000 acres down in southern Ohio. Hopefully we can grow from there, and just looking for a bunch of guys to have a good time, maybe sit around a campfire at night during the fall, hunt, kind of a semi-retirement thing for myself, and enjoy maybe 5 or 6 months down there, come back here to Maine in the summertime and work, and spend 5 or 6 months back here. I'm hoping to get a bunch of leases, just so I can meet a bunch of guys, have a good time, do what we love to do, you know, hunting whitetails. We've shot some real nice deer down there. I've got one over here that I just found in the woods that was down there. This is one that was laying there. It's perfect condition. Evidently they don't have many mice down that way. I know up in Maine they would the porcupines and the mice would eat this up as soon as the snow came. It would be covered. Once it's covered, the mice and porcupines eat them right up. So we don't find many drops unless you get them right after you know, January, February. But I happened to just find this one laying down there in the woods. I don't know if coyotes got it or how it died, but that's a nice deer there. We love the bow hunting ourselves, you know. In Ohio you can hunt with crossbows. Baiting's allowed down there. You can't do that in Maine. In a lot of states you can't. I know Michigan, I guess you can. Or at least you used to be able to, because we hunted out in Michigan for a couple of years. Hunted Illinois, been out there a couple of years. Went to Canada. Pennsylvania, we hunted 16 years down there outside of Scranton, in Sullivan County. And I just decided we wanted to look for some nice quality deer. And I think Ohio is going to be the next upcoming state, like Kansas, Illinois, and all those are. And as you know, leasing's big out there. Without permission or getting on a lease or a club or something, it's kind of hard to find land. It's almost impossible. It's tough unless you know somebody. But down here, we've hunted there in Ohio for 8 years on these smaller farms. We just kind of protect our future. We're looking down the road here thinking that, hey, if we can't hunt on these farms anymore, or they get sold or leased out from under us or whatever, we always want to have a place to go to. So this 2,000 acre lease came up, which is a big parcel down there. It's all remote. There's no buildings on it. I'm working on so we can have campers, tents on it, maybe have a little campfire at night, pulling together enough guys to cover the membership and what the lease is going to cost us. Meet some great guys, all have fun, go down 2 or 3 weeks out of the year if we want. I'm going down 4 weeks this year. I'll go down for 3 weeks straight, and then I'll go back for the shotgun season, the gun season basically, that opens up in December, for the first week of December. So basically the rut is over when their gun season starts. So I guess that's why there's so many deer, so many big bucks down there, and nice good genetics for the antlers and all that. We've seen 4 or 5 booners down there in the last 5 years. We've seen some tremendous bucks that just out of range. You know, we've got bow and arrows in our hands. It's wide open hardwoods in a lot of these places, and they got thickets and bedding areas to hide in. But there's a lot of deer. It's not uncommon to see 8 or 10 deer in a week's hunt. You know, mature bucks down there. Me and my buddy Sam there, I think last year in 2 weeks we saw 22 or 23 mature bucks. Not all of them came close enough to get an arrow shot at them, but we ended up with a couple nice bucks. You check our website out and you can see the pictures of the Ohio deer we've got in the past. I've also got a lot of pictures of our Maine deer. I've been hunting since I was 10 years old. My dad had my master's guide's license since I was 89. We guided bear hunters up here in Maine for a few years and had a great success rate. But then I had a family to bring up, and the kids are up and gone, and I'm kind of doing this for kind of a retirement thing. I want to spend 5 to 6 months down there in Ohio, and the other 5 to 6 months back here in Maine in the summertime. So, welcome to all the guys that have joined our club. I appreciate it, guys. We need just a few more members, and then that 2,002 acre parcel will be locked up, and we'll get the lease out. And at that point, I'll send out just group emails to our club members. And as long as you want to rejoin the following year, which I'm sure you will, we're going to have a great time for years to come. And also, I got looking into it a little further, and I found a 1,288 acre parcel that's not very far from this one. So I also had them hold that for me. We need 16 members on that one. So if you have an existing club with a bunch of members and you want to take the whole thing over yourself, it's $850 a year. You get full access. Ohio's got a 5-month bow season, or total gun season basically. Then they have a late muzzle loading. But basically from middle of September to middle of February, it's open for your deer hunting. They allow crossbows, baiting, if you want. There's a 6 deer limit. It's a 1 buck state, but you can take 5 does, 1 buck, 5 does. Great time. I'm hoping we get a lot of members here to join. We'll have a good time, and eventually when I retire, I'll be down there and meet all the guys coming in, sit around the campfire with you, and just have a great time and do what we love most, chasing whitetails. Well, that's it from the BuckSlayer. Good talking to everybody, and we'll see you this fall. And remember, the rut is on.